Welcome to episode 2 of the Patriot Project. So I was thinking about this. I'm 10:15 at night. I'm getting my outdoor workout in for 75 hard because I wasn't disciplined. But I was thinking about this. I was watching my wife before I went. She was watching Gossip Girl. And I just thought it was really strange. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of weird that it's nighttime. It's 10 o'clock. We have all these lights on and these things that are like stimulating our brain or like just keeping our minds running. And I just thought that was really strange. I know I've probably heard this on some type of podcast or Andrew Huberman lab about like the science of light and stuff and how it's not good for you. I just think it's really weird though that how normalized it is in society, right? Stay up, watch the news, get on your phone, consume content, just be up and awake when a lot of the time you're probably wasting about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of quality sleep or just like pure relaxation, like reading a book or meditating or whatever. Anything else other than just consuming content. But it's so normalized and it's like hyper inflated because you have social media. It's so easy just to hop on your phone and just like doom scroll for hours. It's something I am very accustomed to doing and right now hyper conscious of, and I really want to fix that. I want to make sure that it's something that I don't do as much because I feel like I've wasted so much of my life for the past 20 years being up, watching television, screwing around my phone, screwing around the computer, like stuff that just doesn't matter. And I think in society, we're just taught that like, that's the norm. That's just what you do. You go home after a long day of work, you go to the gym, hopefully come home, you relax, you unwind for hours because that's all you know. Like for me, my goal for the next 8 weeks is to get to bed as early as possible, watch as little television as I can, consume as little content as possible, produce as much content within like a given hour, 90 minutes that I will give myself. That's what I did before I went on this walk. Making sure chores are executed because I feel like I'm screwing around way too much. And this is like me trying to hold myself to a higher standard. This will ultimately give me probably about 45 minutes to possibly an hour and a half of my life back to where I'm knocking out chores. More things are in order, more things are taken care of, I'm getting more sleep, and it just reciprocates onto everything else that I'm doing. But again, my norm, since I was like probably 4 or 5 years old, is to have a light, have something entertaining me before bed. So this is gonna be weird. Like, socially speaking, my wife's probably gonna hate me for going to bed early. She's like, why aren't you staying up? Why aren't you watching Gossip Girl with me? That's probably gonna be the argument for the first couple of weeks, but after probably 10, 15 days of that, it'll become kind of more normalized and she will probably automatically, habitually speaking, get in the habit of going to bed earlier and it'll probably kind of breed it out of her a little bit. Now, I'm not saying we're never going to watch a movie again, but we're going to limit it to probably the weekends. If that. Like, it'll probably be very gradual from where we're literally watching TV every single night on our phones every single night to let's pick 2 days out of the week. Let's win 3 days. Let's win 4. Let's win 5. Just on the weekends we watch. And then eventually, 1 day on the weekends. And then eventually, probably not doing it at all. Like, mindlessly doing stuff that does not add any value to ourselves and the time that we are spending on this earth. I think it is a complete waste of time. And I'm so, like, again, frustrated with myself. But at the same time, too, I'm like, again, I've been 20 years being taught that like this is the thing that you do and it's socially acceptable and this is what everyone else does. But again, I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to be winning and kicking butt and using up all of my talents and abilities. So I highly recommend you guys get really conscious of how you spend your time, especially in the evenings and nights before bed, your preparation. If you're already doing it, great. If you're not, just think about considering making small changes and just see what that does for your life. I'm gonna probably hop back up on here in a couple months, probably 8 to 10 weeks, and give you guys an update. But for now, I'm telling you, let's cut out the time wasting. Let's limit the light exposure and just mindless consumption. And hopefully it makes your life a lot better. That's my goal at least, and I think that's gonna happen. So thank you guys for listening and watching episode 2 of the Patriot Project. As always, peace, much love.